What is up, you guys? So today I look all dolled up, I look all pretty because one, I wanted to sit down, and two, I'm actually going to my friend's house for a little get together. But I actually wanted to sit down and have a little like chit chat life update with you guys because a lot has happened in the past year. Okay, a lot has happened, and when I say past years, it's just more so because, like, if you guys recall from my previous video I posted like a year ago, I dropped out of university with 1 year left to graduation, and I decided to pursue entrepreneurship as a personal trainer, content creator. And let me tell you, when my life has literally turned into like a 360, like a 360. Well, no, 360 because that will just mean that I went back to where I was in the beginning. So not a 360, but like my life has changed, and the life that I have now, I never thought like I would be experiencing and living this life. I should say, not experiencing, but like living this life right now. And there's a lot to unpack. I'm gonna try to make this a very concise video because I tend to chit chat too much, but I do want to talk to you guys a lot about like what I've been going through, entrepreneurship, my dating life, updates, new chapters I'm embarking on in my life, because there's a few things that like I have planned for myself coming up, which are exciting, nerve-wracking, but yeah. So about a year ago, I decided like literally university was not for me. I didn't want to continue pursuing it, and I decided to do personal training. And when I made that video where I decided to drop out of university, not high school, we have our high school degree over here, I made a video about that. I'll put that in the description box below for you guys to watch it, because it kind of goes into detail as to like why I went towards that decision and like what made me decide to not finish one more year in university, because I was like almost done. I just wanted to update you guys on that. So basically, I was doing that as like a personal trainer. I was certified, became personal trainer. I was doing that pretty much like part-time. I was building up my clientele while bartending, because the way I am, like, I am someone who I need to have financial stability and security. I am not that advantageous and that, like, I wouldn't say advantageous, but like, that's not even the word to use. I'm not really a person who will take such crazy risk. Like, I was gonna be like, screw that, I'm gonna quit my job and jump into this full time and make it work. Like, no. Even though I still live with my parents and like I didn't have much financial responsibilities, I still had a life that I like to maintain. Like, I like to travel, shop, eat, all that, which costs money to do. I had car payments. Like, I still need to make sure I had money coming in. So I was still bartending pretty much like full time. I was going like 3-4 nights a week, and I was doing whatever clients I can pick up, you know, trying to get the word out that like I'm officially a personal trainer. I'm taking on clients. And I told myself, I was like, you know what, my goal is for January 1st, 2022 to no longer need to bartend as my main source of income, and personal training will become my main source of income. And I'm not even gonna lie to you guys, I didn't think, I'm being very like transparent in this little chit chat with you guys, but I honestly didn't think that I would obtain that goal. Even though like I told myself I would, looking at what was actually transpiring, looking at like the clients I actually had and how much I was making a month from that, I was just like, girl, can you really like live off of this from like January, which is like 2 months away, then 1 month away? Like, it got really, really kind of like nerve-wracking, because I didn't want to let myself down, you know, like I made a vow to myself and I wanted to really just be able to do this. And not even just that too, like I decided to stop going to university. This has to work. Like, I have to make this work. This has to be my bread and butter. I guess like when we went into another like lockdown in Montreal, everything shut down. We had curfew, gyms were closed, all of that. Some odd, weird way that worked in my favor. Like, it worked in my favor in a sense that I had clients come in left and right, because you were allowed to train people, but you couldn't go to a gym, if that makes sense, because of the capacity limit. Like, you only could be like a certain amount of people in a private setting at a private gym. So that worked in my favor, because one, it was a new year, so everybody wants to get, you know, into shape, get their body goals started, this, that, and third. So they're reaching out for trainers, you know, want to start January 1st, and then they didn't have the option to train at a gym unless they had a trainer. So in some weird way, as much as everyone hated lockdown, it all worked out for me, and my clientele was just soaring through. Like, I didn't even had to advertise much. I'm not even trying to brag right now, but just crazy how like everything kind of aligned that way and worked the way it's supposed to work out. I didn't have to do much advertising for my business in the beginning. And a lot of times people were saying like when I first started, I know I was kind of nervous about it. And I was being told like it's gonna be hard to get clientele, you know, build up your clientele, it's gonna be difficult, da da da. But literally from October to December, that was kind of like my struggle moments. I had a few clients, but January came and I was just getting so many people. I was getting so many DMs. Oh, hey, I see you're a personal trainer. Da da da. Can I train with you? This and the third. And it was getting to a point where like I was booked out. Like I didn't even like I wasn't able to take on people anymore because I was had online clients. I was doing Zoom workouts. I even did like Zoom group workouts on Saturday morning, which like my first couple ones, I had like 10, 12 people, which is like amazing. Cause sometimes when you do these group boot camps, sometimes like one person signs up, you know? So you can have 10, 12 people. That's really good. And I was getting clients from like referrals or word of mouth, or like people were searching up personal trainers on Instagram and my name would pop up. And like everything was just working for me and I did not have to bartend anymore. But I was still doing it because, and to this day I still bartend because I love where I bartend. I love my job and I just do it once a week. So it's not to say that I'm doing it for, well, like, I mean, it's extra cash. I'm not going to complain, but it's not to say I need it to survive, you know? So when I think back on it, I'm like, damn, that actually worked out really, really well. Now, don't get me wrong. To this day, I am still able to live off of my income from personal training and online clients. And also like, I was able to dive into more because I was able to create my schedule. And, you know, that's the kind of good thing about entrepreneurship. Like you're able to create your own schedule. You're able to make your days the way you want it to be set up. So I had time where I was like, okay, I'm going to make these hours for clients and I'm going to devote these hours towards content creating because I really do like creating content. I really do enjoy making YouTube videos, making TikToks, Instagram, and trying to find like different ways to elevate my content. And so it just worked out for me, you know, because I really do want to make like content creating a big portion of my income. I do want that to really like push my income to the next level because I know it's very lucrative and it's something that I really enjoy doing. So like, why not get paid for what you love to do? You know what I mean? Like when you love what you do, it really does not feel like working. And so for the past year, I would say I've been living my best life. Like I literally have been able to travel. I've been in October, like it was my dad who pointed out to me that literally Tashana, every 3 months you travel it. And I was just like, when I think about it, right? Because October I went to Guatemala, December I went to Vegas, March I went to LA and Atlanta, July I went to Mexico, and now right I'm thinking about my cousin invited me to Atlanta in October. My girl wants to go to Miami, and I was just like, I want to do all these trips, but there's a reason why I'm kind of putting those trips on hold. But I'm able to do these trips and I'm still able to work. While I was in LA and Atlanta, I was working while on vacation. And just the like idea and the possibility to be able to work while traveling is like, it was always a goal of mine because I love traveling. It's just like, the only thing I hated was when I traveled, my money stopped. But if I can have my money still coming in while I travel, girl, that is the secret to life. That like, you got life figured out if you can do that. Well, at least for me, because that was something that I love to do. Well, not was, but something I like to do. So being able to do that and I just have been so happy with my career choice. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of cons towards what I do. Being an entrepreneur, whether you're like a personal trainer, you have your own business, whatever you're doing, as long as you're an entrepreneur, there's a lot of cons. Like nothing is guaranteed when it comes to your finances. You can have really good months. You can have really poor months. You can have months where you're just like, holy, this is a lot of money. And you can have months where you're like, holy, how am I going to pay my bills? You know? So that's one thing that I've definitely learned, not even from being an entrepreneur, but from bartending and waitressing, because it's the same concept. Like when you're waitressing, you can have nights where you're banking, like you're making cash. And then you can have nights where you're not making any money, or you get cut, or you have slow season. So you have to learn how to like save your money and not blow your money every single time you get a large sum of money. And I think that's like why a lot of people don't go into entrepreneurship, or it's not for a lot of people, because of the risk of the inconsistency with money. And if you're someone who wants that stability, wants the security financially, entrepreneurship is probably not for you, because it's a grind. You have to constantly keep putting in the work, constantly find like what's working for your business, what's not working for your business, which I had to do more so now than in the beginning. Try to figure out, okay, how can I get more clients? I'm trying to transition more to like online, because I'm noticing that I love that aspect. I love training people in person. I love training my girls. We have our little girl talks, we catch up, we talk about guys, talk about our life, we talk about everything. Like, my clients have become my friends. We're good. Like, that's my girl, you know, you're not just my client, you're my girl. Like, we have a good relationship. But I also love the opportunity to reach further beyond my proximity, beyond my city, to be able to reach people in different countries, help them. So I love that online aspect, and that too allows me to make money wherever I decide to go in the world. So if I decide to pick up and move, I can still have my business flourish, and I don't have to start back from the ground up. So making that transition is definitely difficult, because it's, even though it's still within personal training, it's a different ballpark. It's something different. It operates differently. So trying to figure out what works, what doesn't work, how to pick up clients from that, how to put all my time, like not all my time, but focus on that while focusing on my in-person clients, while focusing on creating content. It's a lot. Like, it is so much. And I still train myself. I still go work out like 4 times a week. I get burnt out. I really, really do get burnt out. And I feel like a big issue that I have when it comes to entrepreneurship, and maybe y'all can like give some tips in the comments box below, is like, girl, I don't know how to set boundaries. I don't know how to tell myself, okay, Tashana, stop working. I literally do not have a day off. I don't have a day where I don't do anything. Like Fridays, I tell myself I don't have any clients to train, but yeah, I catch myself creating content, editing content, answering emails, creating programs for clients that's online. And I'm just like, okay, when do I have a day where I just sit home and do nothing? Or I just clean? Or I don't touch my computer, I don't touch content, I don't touch anything related to my business. And I'm like, I don't have that. I don't. I'm always, oh, that's a good thing for content. Trying to create content so I can have batch content, so I have content to post whenever I feel like I don't have anything to post. And when you do that, you quickly get burnt out very quickly. Or even the matter of, when do you clock out? When are your working hours? I feel like as an entrepreneur, I tend to forget that I need to have working hours. And that needs to be something that I respect and have as a boundary, where I'm not working outside of my working hours, and my clients cannot reach me outside of my working hours. Like a business, like a store. Like, why do I feel that I have to be on go 24/7 all the time? Because to me, in the back of my mind, I'm like, if I am just laying and chilling and not being productive, I'm missing on opportunities. But a lot of times when you're working during those moments, you're being more counterproductive than productive. You know, like, you ever done like a project or something, you're working on something and you're so tired, and like, okay, let me just push myself, I have to get it done. You get it done, and then when you look back at it, when you're like fully coherent and fully like all there, you're just like, that was a sloppy job. I could have just chilled out and done it another day. Like, that has happened to me with my editing, with my videos and all of that. And I'm just like, I really need to set those boundaries. So I'm trying to start something where I don't work after 10 p.m. I want, come 10 p.m., I stop working, you know, just so that I can give, even though it's super late, I just want to not have to work after 10 p.m., give my brain a rest. And then on Fridays, I really just want to chill out and have nothing to do with my work. Like, not pick up my camera, not vlog, not record anything, like nothing at all. Just chill, like just chill. So that's something I really struggle with. And one thing I've noticed too with being an entrepreneur and all of that is like, I really don't have time for dating. Like, because I'm so busy and I'm always working, doing something, I don't really have time to go on dates. I don't really have time to like meet new people. I try. I meet people when I go out to events and stuff, because I've been outside this summer. Like, if you guys been watching my videos and my vlogs, I've been all over the place, okay? And I've been meeting people, and dating is just ghetto. I feel like I said this 1,010 times in like other videos, my TikToks when I used to do them. Dating is just completely ghetto, and it's just like everybody seems to want the benefits of a relationship without the commitment. And for some odd reason, for me, like, I never really meet people that live in my city. I always meet someone who lives in America for some reason. I don't know if this is God's sign trying to tell me, like, you don't belong here, move to America. And I love meeting, like, let me tell you, the American accent, when guys have an American accent, I'm just like, talk to me all day. I love it. It's so attractive. I mean, certain American accents, you know, not all of them are very attractive. I'm not going to get into details about that. But it's just like, I've tried it, you know, talking to guys in America, and the long distance is hard, man. Especially if they're not drivable, like you can't drive to them, you gotta fly to them. It's very hard. It's very, very hard. So literally just like, because of all of that, I've been taking like a back, like putting it on the back burner, taking a step back from all that, because I don't want to prioritize that right now. I feel like I'm such in a grind mode with my business in terms of my personal training business, online coaching, and content creating. I'm getting so better at it every single time. Like, I'm so impressed with myself. Like, I don't know if y'all realize, but I had to plan out this whole girl talk, sit down, chit chat, whatever. I have a whole layout, okay? And I spoke about this in my vlog that I'm recording at the same time of this, that like, I have a layout of what I want this to look like. Like, y'all see this? Literally sat down before recording this, like 2 days ago, actually. I planned it out. I'm like, okay, I want to do this. What do I want the audio to sound like? So I have my mic, I have my camera, I have everything going. What do I want it to look like in the background? I want it to be like aesthetically pleasing, you know, make sure you guys can see my roses that I got myself the other day, have a candle there, like, you know, make myself look nice, pretty, whatever. Make sure I'm keeping my head, look at like all these little things, because I want it to look nice. I want it to look nice. I want it to sound nice. I was like, what is the vibe I want to go for? What do I want to talk about? So that it's a plan. It's a production. At the end of the day, this is a whole production. So I got to come through like it's a production. I got to treat this really like it's a job, you know? And I have to look at every video that I put out as I'm selling a brand, as if this is a brand deal, a sponsorship, and I have to give it my all. Because when brands reach out to you, when they are looking to sponsor you or asking you to promote an item, and if they can go on your page and be like, oh, I like the way she did this, and obviously with your engagement, your views, your subscribers, all of that, it's good. Or on Instagram, like I've had brands reach out to me and I was like, oh, I can do a video that looks like this, and send them one of my reels, and they're like, oh, you like this? Yeah, we want something similar to this. So make sure, as much as they say push out content, I feel like you have to push out quality content, because that's what counts, you know, as long as the quality is good. You don't need to have A1 quality. Like, you don't have to have the top of the top camera and all of that. Like, my camera was like, what, $500, $600? I do want to get a 4K camera with $1,000. Maybe not right now, but just work what you got. iPhones are super nice quality. Sometimes when I'm out, I vlog with my camera. My microphone right now, I have a mic, you guys can't see, it's like in my dress, and I'm actually recording it with my voice memo on my phone. Because I saw Kyra Omni talk about that, and I was like, that's so smart. Because my camera doesn't have an external microphone. You guys probably know this by now. I said this so many times in my videos. And so you got to be creative. So until I can be able to get a new camera that has external microphone option, I got to use what I got. And that's what we doing. So I am just so excited for this new chapter I'm about to embark on October 1st. I'm officially moving. I'm excited. I was like, I'm excited, but I'm nervous, you guys, because like I'm moving, but I'm not moving just at my parents' house. I'm moving out the province. I'm moving out the city. I am moving to a whole new city, a whole new province. I'm leaving Montreal. Sorry if you guys heard the mic just hit my shirt. But I've always wanted to leave Montreal. I feel like the opportunities for what I want to do is very limited in Montreal. I feel very stuck in terms of career-wise. And I just need a new environment, a new ambiance, something different. And so I've been talking about this, and I finally had the opportunity to do this. I'm like picking up all my stuff. I'm gonna move. I'm going to definitely vlog that experience and vlog the new city that I'm in, the apartment I'm gonna be living in, and I love it. Love it. You guys can guess below where I'm gonna be moving to, but I mean, it's pretty obvious at this point where I'm moving to. If you know me, then you already know. So I'm super excited for that. That's why also I kind of want to like transition my business more online, so that when I go to that new city, I already have income coming in. I don't have to start my career all over again, build up my clientele. And I really have discovered that I really do like working like from home, working from like basically being like remote, you know, in terms of my job. I don't want to be at a gym all day, every day, 8 hours a day. Like, that's just not for me. I like to be able to do that for a couple hours and then go do something else. And then if I want to go for dinner or want to go for lunch outside, I can, and then come back and do some work. Like, I like the freedom and the luxury of being able to kind of just make your schedule different every day and not have the same redundant like schedule every single day. That becomes to me more like I don't want to say slavery, but I feel very like prison, like shackles, like I don't have much control. You know, when I want control, I want to be able to dictate how my day-to-day goes, if that makes sense. And so, yeah, I just feel like basically you just have to follow what you want to do and trust your gut. And if you're not happy with where you're at in life when it comes to like your career and stuff, find what makes you happy and what you're passionate about and try to make money off of it, and how you can turn that into a career, and how it's possible to succeed in that no matter what age you are. Like, I don't want you people to think that, okay, well, I'm almost 30 years old, so I'm not going to leave my career and start a new career. No, you can do that. 30 years old is still young. Like, don't think 30 years old. And I don't know if I'm saying that because I'm almost 30 and I'm trying to convince myself that I'm young. But when you really think about it, like, your 20s, you're just like experiencing living life. You don't really know much. Only until you get closer to your 30s. And then even at that, your 30s, like, it's okay to start over. It's okay to do something different and pivot. Because do you really want to be 50 years old now and miserable about what you chose to do years ago? I'd rather not. I'd rather not be that person. I want to be happy with all my decisions and be happy in every aspect of my life when I become 50, 40, etc. So don't be afraid to pivot, regardless of what people say and think. Like, just do what you have to do. Be a doer, okay? Don't be a talker, because I know so many people who just talk about doing something and they never actually do it. And then they look back and they're like, shoot, like all this time passed and actually didn't get anything done. No, if you say you want to do something, make a plan and execute and put in the work and the effort and the consistency. And trust me, sometimes the trajectory of that is slow as hell. Like, I look back sometimes and I'm just like, even to this day, like when I look at my creation, like creating content career, or content creator is more like the word, wow. I'm just like, it's kind of slow. Like, I thought I'd been popped off by now, you know? And I had one girl reach out to me that, like, we follow each other and stuff. She's just like, girl, I thought you would have blown up because, like, your content's good, good editing. And I was just like, I thought so too. Like, I really thought I'd just post a couple videos and not blow up. But it doesn't work that way. And I guess everything kind of happens for a reason. Because if I really, really think about it, if I blew up and I became this big YouTuber or content creator, I probably would not be able to handle it all. I would drop the ball on something when it comes to my personal training and content creating. Something would have been dropped. And so now, as my content creating is picking up a bit, I'm getting more traction. I'm getting people reaching out to me to work with me, and my clientele also is slowly picking up. It's not as fast as it was going in the beginning, but it's kind of like slowing down a little bit. And then my content creators kind of it's interesting how one's like, it's not dropping, it's just plateauing, and the other one is like slowly inching up there. And I'm like, okay, because I don't know what I would do if both were like excelling. Like, I have to have more organization. That's what it is. Once I figured out the organization aspect and how to like kind of just figure out what I have to do every day and how to go about it every day and start having times and boundaries, then I'd be killing it. Let me tell you. But yeah, just take your time, be patient, be consistent, and don't compare your present with someone's 5-10 years in the game. Because I think I was watching Aaliyah's Face. I love her channel, by the way. She was talking about, in her video about how she got her Bentley, she was saying how like a lot of girls just like, I want to give up, it's so hard, this and the third. Like, I want to live this luxury rich girl life that all these big YouTubers are living. And she's just like, you guys don't see, like, we've been in this for like 7 years, 6 years, 5 years, etc. We're showing you the luxury part. We're showing you the what is it, like, the results, but not the before. You're not seeing the before unless you've been following them from the day one all the way to now. Then, but if you're someone like me, for example, I've been watching them for like a year now, like these big YouTubers, like most of the Atlanta girls, whatever, you know, or even like the American big YouTubers, I would say, that are Black females. I just look at them now and I'm like, damn, like, wow, I want that life. I have to keep reminding myself, like, okay, these girls have been doing it for a long time. And even at that, you can't expect your path to go to the same path as they did. Or that just goes for everything. Not even like with just being a YouTuber, but like even, for example, with fitness and like working out and losing weight. When I talk to clients and people about it, like, you can't expect to get to your body goals as quickly as someone else got to their body goals, because everyone is different, every path is different. You just have to keep putting the work, be consistent, and it's going to happen one day. So you either pass the time working towards it, or you pass the time not working towards it and just be miserable that you didn't get the body. I'd rather do the other. I'd rather just work towards it and at least try. And you can say, you know what? You at least gave it your all, because let's be real, sometimes people try and you're not giving it your all, that's why you're not getting results. Okay? See it way too many times in the gym. But just give it your all, keep trying, and don't give up. And if you're passionate about it, it's going to make it a lot easier for you to keep going. Don't get me wrong, you're not going to wake up every morning like, oh my God, I love this, can't wait to do this. No, like, you're going to have moments where you're just like, I don't want to do this. And if you need a rest and a break, because I definitely had to take a few, hence why I go on a lot of vacations, take them. But let that recharge you and refocus you so you can go back 10 times harder. You know? Because we got this. I want to see us win. I can't wait. Cannot wait for what this new chapter has for me. Moving and just continuing what I'm doing like in the next year, and seeing just like where I've been, how far I've gone from now to a year from now. So we'll catch up next summer, do a little quick sit. It's not nothing quick about this one, actually. It's probably 20 minutes long, but anyways, I had a lot to talk about. So hopefully you guys enjoyed it, and I'll definitely catch up with you guys in a couple of months just to kind of see like where everything is at, my move, all of that, where I'm at, what I'm doing. Hopefully I'm in a relationship, happy. But if not, hopefully just my business is thriving. I'm doing good, body looks good, healthy, happy, and thriving, you know? So I hope you guys like this video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye. Oh, I forgot to say. There's nothing for me to say. Bye.